Alright guys, so here we are back. Parts are in there. Anyway, so taking off the tire. Yesterday was Mother's Day, so I didn't do squat except for stuff around the house. So hopefully we can get this thing done today. Alright, here we go. Taking off the tires. Just breaking the bleeder screw loose so it's free. I figured now would be a time to break it loose so I don't have to sit there and hold on to it. Let's see here. Right side of this. Come on, baby. Yeah, that one's working a lot better on this side. Ouch! Alright, so that's completely collapsed now. Just take this off. I need to do is break that loose. New brake pads, new brake line for this side, the other one's on the other side. Yeah, I just realized I need to get that stuff off. Other one was fun, so I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all real quick what I gotta take off. So right there where it goes through the frame to meet the actual brake line, there's like a little thin nut on the back side that you gotta take off. So I'm gonna probably struggle with that, and once I get that off, you'll cut back to me picking up right here. Alright guys. Alright, so that didn't take too long. I guess after the first one, kind of become a little bit more efficient at it. So there we go, I just got to break this bad boy loose and then change out this, oh, I also still got to get to this damn thing. wiener. Okay, that 3/8 sucks. Go with my thicker one. So shouldn't open up flat like that one was doing. Yep, perfect. Boy, am I glad I got those. So that other one was starting to slip, starting to let go, so that wasn't working. Alright. I almost want to put the impact on this and see if I can zip it off real quick. Going at it blind. There it goes. Just had to catch it for a second. There it is. It's this stupid little thing here. It goes, it's got to go on the top and it slides down. Oh, if you can see that. See, slips in and it slides down and then you put the nut in. Yay, and it's a thin little nut too. It's a thin little nut. So. Alrighty then. Now the new brake lines came with new copper washers, but it did not come with new banjo bolts, which is kind of weird, but whatever. There we go. That worked. Alrighty. Now I'm going to wire wheel this down. I'll show you wire wheeling one of these down. I'll hit this with a wire wheel, or not wire wheel, a wire brush, just to clean up all the spots I can't get to, but especially down in here because I can't get to that. There's no way it's going to fit in there without jacking something up. Alright boys and girls, so here I am. I was wiping everything down with alcohol, and I dumped a little alcohol in here just to kind of flush this out. This was the passenger side, the one that I thought was stuck. I'm glad I did, because there was some goo in here. There's the cylinder that pushes out against the brake pads. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this inside out a little bit, dump a little bit more alcohol. I'm also going to clean up this piston. It's got some goo on it, so I'm going to clean it up with some of the green Scotch pad and hopefully get it back together. This little rim right here, this little groove is where this seal is supposed to sit. So let's see if we can magically make it go back in there. Hopefully so. I don't think it's gonna be too complicated, but we shall see. Okay, so we got it back together. That was not fun by any means of the imagination. You had to stretch this outer seal or dust seal around it. There's an O-ring that sits inside here, is actually where the seal comes from. Use a little bit of alcohol to kind of make it, you know, slick. I had to kind of force it back in with C-clamp, but we got it back in there. Everything's all nice and cleaned up inside. So time to throw some paint on it, get this thing back on the truck. Alright, so there they are painted. Just do some quick paint on them. They don't look the greatest because these castings on these things are rough castings, so, but they're black, so hopefully they shouldn't rust up much anymore, or at least slow down the rusting process. Alright, once these are dry, they're going right back on the truck and getting them bled. Painted nice and black. That one's black. Nice and black. Alright, so next step, we're going to bleed them real quick. So I'm not going to film that. Just trust that I am going to bleed them. Alright. Alright guys, so we got the brakes bled. I need a little bit more brake fluid. But they definitely stops a lot better. So the other issue I'm noticing is it really wants to go to the right just on its own. So you have to hold the steering wheel. I'm sorry, it wants to go to the left. So let me show you what I just looked at real quick. So I'm gonna have to rebuild the steering linkage, the whole system. So I'm gonna put this stationary so you can see it. I'm just gonna move the tire back and forth like left and right. So that ball joint right there is worn out. You can see that. So just moving the tire back and forth rocks it up and down. And it does the same thing on that side. See, the whole thing just moves. But definitely drives a lot better. There's the new brake line going over. Everything's brand new there, so she's good. She definitely stops, like I said, a lot better. Rotors are they were pretty rusty, so just gotta drive them around a little bit. It needs a little bit of transmission fluid because last time I had the rear end, had drive shaft out. No, what was I doing? I was doing something and I had it jacked up in the front pretty high, and a lot of transmission fluid came out, so it's not wanting to shift quite right. So I'm gonna get some more fluid before I really run this thing down more and also put more gas in it. So one more look at that. Just by moving the tire left and right. So this ball joint right here is worn out. I'm sure it's all original to the truck. Got the brakes fixed. Alright guys, well, it's taken me a while to get this one done. So that's it for now on the brakes. I guess next I'll probably be working on that steering linkage. It seems to idle okay. I'll give y'all a quick startup so y'all can hear it.